Well, good morning guys, Wandering Beast here, and coming up soon we're going to cover kind of an EDC video of mine. I like to sort of refresh that from year to year, and one of the new items I've been carrying for a little over a month now is this PunCube or PunCube sort of minimalistic wallet. We're going to cover the features and spin the camera around, but one of the things that I'm going to talk about and roll in right now is just the fact that I don't change my EDC a whole lot. Now, since about 2012, when I started traveling to Antarctica, going down to Argentina and stuff, and I got my first passport, I wanted something to carry my passport in. And so the VanQuest wallet, I'll probably find that review, maybe put it up there. I probably don't recommend you watching it. It's quite a few years old now. But in that video, I literally cut the seams and I used the tenacious tape from Gear Aid, used to be McNett's, and I gear aided the edges so that I could slide in my passport. Now, I love that wallet. Now, up until recently, and I'll roll in some footage here, the plastic is finally giving way in the windows where the ID holds up. So I was already looking for something when these guys approached me. We're going to talk about sort of my pros and cons of this, but let's go over the features. Alright guys, here is the minimalistic PunCube. And as you can see, quite small, a very soft, pliable leather. I've actually really enjoyed just sort of the hand feel of it. On the back, you've got basically a very strong little rubber band, so you can add cash or any sort of quick receipts on there. Now, this whole plastic piece on the back is actually designed for backup keys. And as you can see, I've only got one key in there. There's two arrows here, so you can do one, two on the outside, and the third one kind of comes up the middle. They are magnetically held. You can see this one is pretty on there. This is a standard sort of Schlage key. This is one I don't really use anymore, just kind of using for an example. But backup house keys, things like that. Now, my only gripe with this is because of the way the design is specifically for keys, you can't put anything else really in there. It is designed for keys and really nothing else. And the other thing was, I drive an old Ford pickup, and to try to put a backup key in there, wherever this middle tension is it's not catching the magnet. Like, I'm really having to push that in there. And so I was worried that I was kind of squishing or breaking something in there. Some keys may be a little too thick for it. But again, cool little idea. This is adhesive on here. So if I decide ever I don't want that at all, I could rip that off and just go with the minimalistic wallet, which is just kind of a card sleeve. Now, without showing too much information, I want to show you that it does have expansion on the side. So let me pull the cards out. You can see that down in there, it's got quite a bit of room for quite a few cards. You do end up kind of having to pull them all out, sort through them, grab the card you want. The front and the back one are kind of the most accessible. The ones in the middle, you kind of have to rotate through. And then this front piece is just for a coin purse or extra cash. It's just a quick fold over here, so I usually just keep extra cash in there, some cards, and then any sort of receipts on the outside for the business. That pretty much covers it. There's not a whole lot for a minimalistic wallet like that. The key holder, I don't use it a whole lot. It's nice to have a backup. I wish there wasn't some of those dividers so that I could maybe even keep cards back there. It would be nice also if this was easier removed. This does come off, but it's sticky, so if I don't actually want it in the future, I could totally take this off. I end up having to have more of a work wallet and a personal wallet anyway. One of the things I've really loved about the minimalistic size is I can put it in my front pocket. And that's probably the biggest advantage. I also don't carry a lot of stuff with me. Now, when I was traveling a ton, I used to always have this small little RFID piece, and I'll put in a photo of what it looks like. It's just a card sleeve so that you can individually protect your cards. Well, what I ended up doing is that protective sleeve would also start carrying some cash and maybe an old ID. And so that small little package was the most minimalistic wallet I could think of, to have an ID that was not good anymore but could still have my face and show that it was me, a backup credit card, and some cash. And that would be separate from my gear, separate from my bags or whatever, and I could put that in different spots. So if I ever lost my wallet for whatever reason, I had some cash with me. So I like that idea, and for a long time I would just keep that in the side of the VanQuest, and then I could roll that in and out. That way, in case you open my wallet, you look like that's all I had, but tucked away was this little card sleeve. Also, the VanQuest wallet, in that video, if you do decide to watch that review, you see that I use the RFID blocker, and it clearly works. But a neat little card system. Really, there's no negatives other than I kind of would rework the key system a little bit. But I think the whole form factor has been great, and it's been holding up really well. You know, it molds well, it fits well in the pocket. I really enjoy carrying it in the front pocket. That frees up the back pocket to carry my cell phone. And every time I would pull my cell phone out, I was always kind of double checking to make sure I didn't accidentally pull my wallet out with it. Yeah, so going forward, guys, look up PunCube. I hope I'm saying that, PunCube. But they've got some neat little things, and we may be checking out some other items that they sell down in the future. This has been Wandering Beast. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the adventure on social media, and we'll see you on the road.